Welcome back to Campaign Chickamauga and the meeting engagement at Stones River. Let us see what happens. So the situation is fairly dodgy for the most part, as my lead brigades have been really smashed up. I mean, the 29th Tennessee has 92 men left. The 9th Texas, 47% casualties. So, my lead has been fairly smashed up. But thankfully, with the arrival of Withers and his division, it should help stabilise the situation. "12 men. Just losing men over there. So, for the most part, we're just... Oof. Darn federal volleys are painful. So this is Kirk and Witchett's brigade. I am curious as to who this is. But it's 9:20 AM, so... Choices. Always faced with the choices. Alright. Yeah. Steward's brigade has just completely given way under the pressure, which is not a good thing, with Steward's brigade having just completely given way. Get you boys out of the way as well, because at this point you are just completely out of action. Alright. Smith's Mississippi Battery. Alright. Keep trying to blow holes in his line. I'm going to shift them over there and then shift him there. Alright, Loomis. You and your division is to just get in position ready. Oof. Alright, we are in position and ready, thankfully. So we're going to have the brigade working in twos, so 2 regiments. Fall back the sharpshooters. What's left of them anyway. Alright. Well, that's rather convenient. I've got my smoothbore armed regiments on my left, and then the rifles in the middle and right. Very convenient for me. But with that done, it's time for Chalmers to come up. With Chalmers going to form to potentially take up the position on the right. Bring up even more guns. Ready. The sharpshooters I don't really care about, so I'll just move them there. And then the last regiment of Chalmers Brigade. But otherwise, the position's still fairly strong for now. It's just I'm losing men like crazy. In the meantime, we continued bringing up more reinforcements with Patton Anderson's brigade arriving. With Anderson's brigade arriving, and then to be quickly followed on by this brigade under Manning-Yolt. We'll bring up the Withers supplies. Alright, Stevenson. Let's get you to what there? Alright, Stevenson, you can get your butt forward. Stevenson's going to be a little delayed getting through, deploying and getting ready in the woods, but otherwise he's going to be fairly set. What? Get the cavalry ready to spot. And then get Pegram's cavalry up there. Alrighty. Taylor, get your brigade forward. Same with you, Reynolds. Now, Claiborne, how far can you get forward? Considerably further. Alright, Claiborne's continuing to advance. And fast. Bushrod Johnson, get yourself forward, and then Wood can come forward. As for Wheeler's cavalry supplies, they can come forward, even though we don't really mind about them being somewhat delayed because, well, they're going to slow up the line otherwise. Alright. Jackson. Which brings more artillery, thankfully. Supply train. And then the lead elements of McCowan and his division have arrived. Which is a bunch of dismounted cavalry. For the most part, however, my position, while unfortunately strenuous, is stabilising. So it's a unfortunate low position to be in, but it's nothing too crazy. Alrighty. Again, they're basically gonna be keeping an eye over here. So Stevenson, I'm basically going to form him here and look to launch a flanking assault into his position. But I don't think I'll do it until Taylor arrives. That way I'm doing it with 3 brigades, with Reynolds following up to be the basic reserve. With Claiborne gonna march even further round, potentially, to come in from over here, just in case. As for Breckenridge, again, you are just following on. But for the most part, with Stewart's brigade having given way slightly, it's a little unfortunate, but we can still hold our position for the time being. Especially with all the reinforcements that are arriving. Because we sent some of the Federals running, but not really enough. A 600-man regiment. Who can see him? Oh, yeah, you boys can see him. Alrighty, I think that is that for this turn. So, onwards. So the losses so far, as you can see, they're fairly even with me having taken more, but I've been fighting superior Federal numbers for a while after having blundered into him. But, for the most part, I should have stopped earlier on my march instead of trying to get greedy and take this position, but yeah, live and learn. It's a meeting engagement for a reason. So, onwards. I will see you with the next part.